Good morning, everyone. Today I will be presenting about Frederick Douglass and his famous 1852 speech, "What to the Slave is the 4th of July." In this speech, Douglass asked, "How can a nation celebrate freedom while millions remain enslaved?" His words challenge America's conscience, science, and still resonate today. Switch to the slide two, key concepts. This speech covers powerful things: slavery and abolition, like liberty versus hypocrisy, racial inequality, and the growing sectional crisis before the Civil War. Douglass forces Americans to ask whether the country was truly living up to its founding ideals. Switch to third slide. Author Frederick Douglass was born into slavery in Maryland in 1818 and escaped in 1838. He became one of the leading abolitionist speakers and writers of his time. His purpose in this speech was to expose the hypocrisy of American liberty. As he famously said, "Your high independence only reveals the immeasurable distance between us." Switch to the fourth slide. Historical context. Douglass delivered this speech on July 5th, 1852, in Rochester, New York, to a mostly white abolitionist audience. The Fugitive Slave Act of 1850 had recently intensified national tensions. Douglass pointed out the hypocrisy in celebrating liberty while slavery persisted. He declared, "This 4th of July is yours, not mine. You may rejoice, I must mourn." Douglass argued that Independence Day was a bitter mockery for enslaved people while white Americans celebrate freedom. Enslaved Africans were victims of cruelty and injustice. He said, "What to the American slave is your 4th of July?" I answer, "A day that reveals the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim." He also condemned both politics and religion for supporting slavery. So, this is the fifth slide. Switch to slide 6. Significance. This speech is one of the most powerful abolitionist critics before the Civil War. Douglass exposed the gap between America's ideals and its reality. He stated, "The existence of slavery in this country brands your republicanism as a shame, your humanity as a base pretense, and your Christianity as a lie." His words continue to echo today in conversations about freedom and equality. Switch to slide 7. Why does this matter? Douglas' speech helps us understand how abolitionists frame slavery as a moral crisis. It also shows how words can mobilize public opinion and push for social change. It also reminds us to measure America's values against reality. Even today, it is still relevant when discussing equality and freedom. In conclusion, Frederick Douglass teaches us that liberty must include everyone to be real. His voice still speaks across time, urging us to confront injustice wherever it exists. That's all. Thank you.